This is your WW3 news, still of a Tuesday morning. The Middle East is a land of confusion. Trump has probably sent God how many Marines boots on the ground. Mind you, the Chinese have been pretty quiet regarding the Taiwan issue. And as soon as they set foot in the Middle East, American troops, it'll be a good time for the Chinese to put boots on the ground on the Taiwan Islands. Because basically, this war in the Middle East is not for over Iran and their nuclear industry, whether it's civilian or military use. At the end of the day, it's to hit China, because China gets 30% of its crude oil from Iran. And this war is just over squabbles over that. World domination's got nothing to do with democracy or nuclear weapons, but mind you, the chief staff of the Iranian military says we got a card up our sleeve. The so-called doomsday device. Are they referring to some type of nuclear device which they have developed? That's difficult to say. And obviously, in the Hormuz Straits, I think only ships who are friendly, probably the BRICS alliance, the Iranians let them pass them through. Or they make you pay a toll in Chinese yuan. So there is a Chinese connection there in a certain way. You know, the Russians and the Chinese are observing, taking note of everything, because they know if Iran goes down, the West is after them at the end of the day. Trump's call on European NATO to join in the dogfight. For the time being, all those who committed in theory have said no. And I think in the end they'll jump on the bandwagon anyway, because Trump's way of persuasion is pretty good. He'll find another road to them, and at the end of the day. And obviously you got Zelensky saying, shall supply drones to the West. His toys. And obviously Tehran threatened by attacking them with missiles. The Iranians are coming to technology of missiles and drones. They're pretty good at it. Probably only a few days ago they put out action one of those expensive American assets, which is called an aircraft carrier. $20,000 drone caused a damage of just about $1 billion on an asset worth $13 million. They have to reevaluate what type of tactics they're going to have to use in the future, because obviously modern warfare and technology is always in the evolution. And obviously to capture this so-called Iranian island when there's a refinery, or they want to destroy it, you know, it's absolute suicide. How many casualties, human casualties, will pay the price to capture a piece of land? And obviously public opinion regarding this war for now is against it. But mind you, someone's there to prepare a false flag. And obviously, in Europe, NATO and Russian front, things are heating up. They've been a bit quiet due to news coverage over there. I don't think Ukraine was the only country threatened if they would assist Americans in some way, even the Romanians. Letting them use in their airspace or bases which the Americans have got, their NATO bases, which once upon time the Warsaw Pact had their military bases around about 30 years ago, which they probably had their nuclear missiles there as well. Now you've got American nuclear missiles pointing towards Russia now. The situation as it is, as they say of a CEO of the Piaggio, very complex. Now we're up shit creek. And these people trying to do damage control or trying to limit the damages, you know, it will just get out of hand.